No idea. As far as the number Now, this seems like a pretty hardy fish. There are some fish that are pretty sensitive to handling stress, and you can see they almost hyperventilate. Their gills are flapping a lot, so you know they're stressed, they're jumping around, they're kind of flipping and turning and stuff like that. These fish don't seem to get that stress, which is great, because it means it'll be a successful research project from our end. Also means handling is a lot easier. So, we've been noticing not just scars, so when the fish come up here, the birds will come down and try to get them, or raccoons will try to get them, or they'll bump against rocks. And so there's scarring that's normal when a fish is breeding, especially migratory fish like this. So they'll lose a couple scales, and that's really easy to tell on these fish. But these fish also have a lot of ulcerations, so circular round wounds that don't appear to be associated with a bird pecking on it or anything like that. And they're raised rather than inverted, so it doesn't look like anything just bit it. There are also some what we call fatty tumors or big tumors, where it's almost like a polyp-like growth, a pretty significant external feature on the side of the fish that obviously not natural. So we're going to talk with the fish pathology lab for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to have them help identify that. One of the things that concerns me a little bit is I've only found 2 fish out of all the fish that we've tagged that didn't peg. So now there's a normal range of variation. Fish in a lake like this, I would expect 20–30% to have some sort of defect. And the defect would be anything like a genetic defect, like the scales are weird or the fins didn't grow quite right. Okay, that's normal for any kind of fish, any kind of animal for that matter. But the ulcerations we see here kind of raise a question. So we're going to go get those kicked over to the Fish and Wildlife Service, have them check that out, and let us know. Okay. So we'll give this one a minute in the anesthetic, and then we'll start just bringing people down so you can see what we're talking about in terms of what the fish looks like, the scales, and the wounds that we've been seeing. Here's the fish, and you can see his scales.
Oh, excuse me.
No.
And this one's got a good scar.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and scan it?
Is it dead or just
sedated? It's sedated.
Sedated, yeah. And then there's abrasion on the tail, so it might be a little older fish. And then these are the tumors that we're talking about here. That little pink thing. Okay, and there's another one by the tail. See, right on the base of the tail? Okay.